Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? I know it's been a while, but yeah, if you saw my last video, you understand the reason why. But I'm back, and yeah, I'm definitely ready. Um, I in the meantime, in the interim, what I have been doing is doing posts up on the community page and over on the blog. So if you want to see about catching up, you can head on over to those two sources and find out what's going on. If you're new, welcome. I appreciate the support. So anyway, yeah, and of course, little Miss Possum here has decided that she wants to help out as well. I know she's so pretty. She's such a sweet baby. I'm such a lucky mommy. So anyway, yeah, just to kind of give you all some updates, if in case you don't know, first of all, I entered menopause at the start of the month. Yeah. I was supposed to start my period. I kind of went through the motions and so forth, but nothing happened except for, the motions. But as far as anything else, if you know what I'm talking about, yeah, that didn't happen. Um, so I waited a couple of weeks, and when I saw my endocrinologist, my diabetic doctor, I explained to him we had the uh, test done, and definitely based on the levels that they test for, as far as like basically different hormone levels or what have you, yeah, I'm definitely in menopause. I took a look at the lab results again. I think it was last night, something like that. And and also I did have a menopause test done last year, last summer too, because I was having difficulties then, and just to compare, those levels, the LH and FSH levels and so forth, just to see and everything. Oh, she's decided. Oh, I'm done. Hi. And definitely, yeah, a huge difference. I just wanted to compare and see and so forth. So yeah, most definitely, based on the readings now, definitely am in menopause. I'm going through the motions. First couple of weeks, I've been basically, I was very hot almost all the time. And then on top of it, hot flashes. Fun! Yeah. Um, Definitely have been having issues with my blood sugars. With actually, my sugars have been dropping like a rock. And I've been cutting back at least on my short acting insulin, the one that you take with the meals. But then the other night, I think I don't even know what day it is. I think it's Wednesday right now. The other night, I when I got home from work, I ate dinner. Only took my usual amount that I'm taking now, and I was up most of the night, either with hot flashes, which I'm having right now, lots of fun, or low sugars. And it didn't matter how much I was eating, it was like I was just kept dropping, dropping, drop. I'm just like, okay, maybe I need to cut back on my long lasting. That's the 24-hour one. So the next night, I went ahead and cut back on that, and unfortunately, my sugars were going through the roof yesterday. So it's like, okay, I can't cut back on that. I don't know. I think what it is, because in many ways my body's still trying to go through the motions with everything and so forth, but it can't. So, but yeah, it's just been kind of a roller coaster with everything. And then yeah, I did finally get some reprieve the other night, where from all the heat and the hot flashes, and I was freezing to death. I couldn't warm up for anything. I was all bundled up. Like you wouldn't believe, in blankets and everything else, and I was just freezing to death. It didn't matter. So, yeah, but it's also one of the reasons why, if you notice with my lips, it looks like I'm wearing a lot of lipstick or something. No, it's just because my body's just going through all these changes and everything, and unfortunately, it's I wind up getting, canker sores and so forth. It's just, so yeah, it's been a real roller coaster these last couple of days with everything. So, one thing I highly recommend, in case you didn't see the post, this stuff, my mom took it when she went through menopause. Unfortunately, being diabetics, or being a diabetic, and she was, of course, a type 1 diabetic also before she passed away. Unfortunately, we can't do hormone replacement therapy because it messes up the blood sugars. As if I'm not already having those issues anyway. But this stuff here, so yeah, my mom was turned on to this. I don't remember who recommended it. I think it was one of her doctors or whatever. But anyway, yeah, that's what I recommend. This one in particular, I've only been able to find it at Walmart. The other, they sell like different ones. Ones for one of them is for like weight management, which I don't need. If anything, I'm dropping in weight. Then there was but in case you're having those issues, there's that. And then there's another one. I don't remember what it is. It's like a gold. Instead of the purple here, it was like a gold color or whatever. I don't remember. But anyway, those ones are a lot more expensive also. This one, though, is for hot flashes, night sweats, and mood swings. And it's got the black cohosh, which is very, very good for women with dealing with hot flashes and night sweats. Magnolia bark, which they say is good for mood swings, and biloba, sorry, basically, of course, for mental clarity and so forth. So definitely give it a shot. This I don't know about other places, but here in Vegas, I picked it up for $12. I think it was like $11.99. So give it a shot. So it has helped. It has helped. It's not as bad. Yeah, I'm still, of course, going to be dealing with the hot flashes and so on and so forth. At least I'm not hot anymore. It's like, it's more hot flashes instead of just being hot constantly and then getting hot flashes on top of it. Oh gosh. I kid you not. I there was that one night I was doing deliveries, and I was just so hot and everything. I couldn't take it anymore, and I was picking up at local grocery stores, like ice cream or whatever, down those aisles. I kid you not, I was opening up those freezers and sitting down in the doorway, not inside the freezer, but in the doorway. Oh gosh, it was horrible. That was, I think, the first week that I started. So yeah, it's been a roller coaster, a really big time roller coaster. It's just been, yeah, a lot, and I mean a lot. But still, yet, I've been doing everything I can, try and stay positive. Meditations have been helping. In case you didn't see my post on that, just laying down, relaxing, just not thinking about anything, not doing anything, just relaxing. I did also do initially um, a detox, my own version of a detox, basically cutting out dairy, gluten, those inflammatories, a lot of chicken, white meat, okay, and salads. Did that a lot. At least that first week and a half, something like that. Actually, I think it lasts about a week and a half. That did help, but at the same time too, though, because my lab results came back for the endocrinologist, the diabetic doctor, and for me anyway, with what I had seen, I didn't really care for um, some of those counts, especially the kidney counts. And with being a diabetic, you have to be very, very careful when it comes to the kidneys, because if you are running into issues, especially like with high blood sugars, um, that's one of the first things that will go. And don't want to be starting dialysis, sitting around waiting for possibly a kidney for a transplant. That's one thing I don't want to have to go through. And I, of course, have to be even extra special careful because I'm a late bloomer as far as, becoming a type 1 diabetic. So, yeah. And then, of course, starting menopause. It's like I just got through everything with the respiratory issues. I mean, just got through now this. It's like, yeah. Challenges, challenges, challenges. But anyway, so yeah, that was the main reason why I did do the detox, and I had gotten some ketone test strips. Those basically are testing like the fats in your urine and so forth. And yeah, I was a little high, and but now beautiful, no problems. So that was the main reason why I was doing that detox is trying to help get all that straightened around. I think it was probably because of everything that I went through over this past summer with that respiratory infection and so on and so forth. I probably had leftovers, from medications that I was on and everything else, probably just everything combined, and then bam. So yeah, um, I didn't mind doing it, and probably, of course, another reason why having this issue with my mouth right now. Yeah, my lips are like tingly. They feel like they're really puffy and everything. I just keep putting on lip balm, medicated lip balms. Especially the peppermint one, because peppermint has a lot of healing um, uh, um, properties. So yeah, definitely keep putting that one on as much as I possibly can. So yeah, I feel like I've had Botox injected into my lips. That's it's like that's kind of what the way it feels. And every time I look at myself in the mirror, it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, I don't care for the big lip syndrome, and I know it. I look like I have all this lipstick on, and it's like, oh no, yeah, yeah, and I'm not a makeup girl, so. But anyway, so yeah, that's what's been going on with me here the last couple of days. Um, I am feeling better. I woke up this morning and I was a bit woozy, dizzy, unfortunately, and I did have to go out and get some things, and it was a little kind of with driving or whatever. And then my stomach got real nice and nauseous this afternoon. It was like, oh, okay. So, but I'm taking that as probably because it's the only way that my body now can evacuate hormones. So that's kind of the way I'm looking at that. So anyway, and I know I haven't done any posts here the last couple of days, primarily because of what I've been going through, but also I just needed some time to myself, um, especially with all the Piscean energy out there with this moon. I don't know if you all got a chance to see the full moon last night. It there was a partial lunar eclipse also. I had a front stage view right here in my bedroom. I didn't have to go anywhere or anything. Just look out the window, and I got to see the whole thing. So that was nice. That was really really cool. It was right there at the top. The eclipse was up there at the top at that northern pole, basically that north node. So yeah, that was that was really really cool to be able to see last night and everything. So basically, what that is it's Pisces, with it being the last um, sign in the astrological wheel. That means there's a lot of spiritual energy. Definitely, I would agree. I've been getting quite a few messages, and actually, I got steered towards this one channel. Just all of a sudden, I start getting these videos popping up from this one channel. It looks like they got started last year. What's the name of it? It's Heavenly Helps. I think that's the name of it. Heavenly Helps. It's interesting. It's these videos. They're about 30-minute videos, and they're it's just these scenes where it looks like someone did a drone across a bunch of nature scenes, and so forth, all beautiful, settings and so forth. And then there's this voiceover, this narrator, and then of course you have the captions up on there also. And to tell you the truth, the narrator sounds like Morgan Freeman. I don't know if it is or not. I did try and look at his wiki profile to see if it is him or not, because I know he does do a lot of narratives. But I'm not too sure if it is or not, but it sounds a lot like him. So if it is, kudos. Good job. Um, it is more Christian based. I will admit I was actually born a Catholic, baptized and so forth. So that was my upbringing as far as spirituality is concerned. Um, but and I'll admit I've had a lot of issues there, and so but there was a lot of questions that I had as far as anything having to do with Christianity and so forth. And I wasn't just exposed to the Catholic faith. There's various Christian faiths that I got exposed to basically throughout my life and everything. But there's a lot of things that I questioned and so forth. But really, when it comes to religions, any sort of dogmas, anyway, I don't practice any. I did. I'll admit, I've had quite a few issues that I needed to resolve, and listening to those videos, there's a little bit of there was a little bit of things that I believed in, or that I believe in, I should say, not believed, but believe, and in those videos as well. And I was like, okay, maybe it's time for me to face that, and get those issues resolved as well. And I'm glad that I watched them, at least the ones that I was really, really called to. So if you want to, head on over there, check out those videos as well, and so forth. So, um, but anyway, yeah, and it wasn't just that. There was other messages that were coming out also, especially like my purpose, um, because I've been wondering there's a couple of things I've been wondering about, and not just my purpose, but also another situation in my life. Basically, for whatever, just kind of touch on it briefly. I don't want to go into it too much. There was somebody that was brought into my life a couple of years ago, and I've been wondering. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still don't know exactly the whole situation with this relationship, as far as this basically this friendship is concerned. But I've been wondering, why it's been a very strange road. It hasn't been a normal sort of friendship or acquaintance or anything like that. It's been very, very spiritual in nature. For whatever reason, I had to basically we both have had to be there in each other's lives to help support each other through difficulties. And it's just weird how we both had difficulties happen, and very, very similar difficulties on top of it happen at the same exact time. Um, so And so yeah, that there's has been some of those questions answered as well. So, and then, like I said, as far as my purpose is concerned, getting a lot more clarity as far as that is concerned as well. So, anyway, yeah, that's what I mean. There's been a lot that's been happening, especially these last couple of days. And I had a feeling it was going to happen. I just kept feeling that, with this full moon lunar eclipse, that there was going to be. And of course, we're not done with eclipse season. I think it's October 2nd, I want to think. I don't remember when I had seen it on my mobile observatory map. There is going to be a solar eclipse in the southern hemisphere. So, um, yeah, we're not, of course, when you have one type of eclipse, you're going to always have the other one. So, and that one should be in Libra. Yeah. 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 That one will be in Libra. So, because we'll be in Libra season. And of course, we still have coming up the autumnal equinox on Sunday and so forth as well. So yeah, we got quite a bit, and of course we have quite a few retrogrades happening. Of course, the big one that everybody's been talking about is Pluto being in Capricorn again. Um, I think he goes direct next month. I think the middle of the month, if I remember correctly. But he'll still be in Capricorn, and he'll come out of Capricorn back into Aquarius November 19th. That much I do know. That's kind of the big date that everybody is circling. And of course, the big thing next year is all the outer planets are going to be going into new signs, starting with Jupiter. Jupiter will be in Cancer, I believe. That's always a yearly thing anyway. Saturn and Neptune both are going to be moving into Aries. I think Uranus is going to be moving into, I don't remember, but anyway, they're all changing signs. I don't remember what each one is going to be. But yeah, that's going to be happening next year. So that's the next big topic that everybody's been talking about. Um, Gosh, I know what else to catch up on. So much. um, yeah, I think that's yeah, the big thing has been with me, of course, aside from the menopause, is spirituality. It's been the big thing for me. Keeping myself, not just keeping myself grounded and so forth, but um, keeping myself connected and learning trust. That's always been a big issue for me, and it's something that I was reminded throughout all this also with my birth chart, because it's right in my birth chart. The reason why I'm here, the North Node is basically the reason why you're here. And the reason why I'm here with my North Node, with its placement, is between that and my Chiron placement. Both, it's about that trust, and that's one of the things that came out in those new videos that I just mentioned, that I was talking about. So it's something that I've been working on big time, especially with everything that I've had going on in my life and so forth. Um, but yeah, it's been an interesting road, to say the least. But I'm happy I'm on the journey. I really am happy I'm on the journey. So, but anyway, I'm glad that you all had opportunity to see the little lady. She's been doing well, and so forth. So, anywho, I can't think of really anything else that's been going on. Um, so, Yeah. Oh, I did find, I was gonna mention about that. I wanted to thank everybody who has been sending out that positive and protective healing energy and so forth to, uh, those who are battling the fires in Reno and LA. I haven't really been following the ones in LA all that terribly much. I know that they arrested somebody who had caused the one. There's like three fires down there around that area, and they arrested somebody who at least caused that one. No idea what started the one up there in Reno. But I did see yesterday that people were, or yesterday or the day before. I'm all confused on days of the week right now. That those who were closest to the fire up there, they got the okay to go back home. Huge mess, especially all that red stuff. Basically, it's fire retardant. I actually did design work for the company who handles, who manufactures that stuff years ago. I did see that they changed their name, but basically it's still the same. But huge mess. Everybody's going to be having to be cleaning up, but at least for the most part, those folks who were closest to the fires, um, at least their homes were safe. There were some structures that were lost. I think there, last I had heard that there was like 14 structures that were lost, and one of them, I know that there was and, families um, that had lost everything, unfortunately. And also, I want to thank everybody for sending out that positive energy, protective energy with everybody who's dealing with everything from former hurricane, what is it, Christine or whatever. I can't remember her name at this point. So I know it was one that began with a K. I'm so sorry. I don't remember. Yeah, I went through a good many hurricanes, especially I'd have to say the worst one that I ever went through was Isabel. We referred to her as Izzy. 12 hours we spent with that storm. Well, I went through longer, but she caused a lot of damage. A lot of damage. We were without power for about a week. And at one point, fortunately, my father, he had generator and he secured it to the concrete in the backyard. Good thing he did that because we lived in an older home and it had a double runner driveway, it was single vehicle, and we had both vehicles parked in the driveway. And there towards the end, before we all finally got power back, and I'll admit it took a little bit of political wrangling on my part, but since how I was quite well known in that city at that time. Um, it took a little bit of political wrangling to get the workers out, to take care of the situation because it was starting to be a little bit dangerous. It's a blue collar neighborhood. Um, and But anyway, yeah, I remember there was that one night I sat on my front porch. I had a screened in front porch, or I should say we did, and my we didn't own a gun in the house, but as a gag gift for my dad one year, had bought him one of those Red Ryder BB guns. I actually sat out there on the front porch and was pretending that it was a real shotgun. Yeah, it worked, shockingly. All it took was a cock of that, and there were these two gentlemen. I remember they were going up the driveway, and they didn't see me, of course, because it was pitch black. And they were going up the driveway. There was like a little space in between the house and the vehicles, and they were going to try and steal the generator. And all I did was cock that BB gun. They thought for sure it was the shotgun. Took off like a bat out of hell. It worked. That's all that mattered. So, yeah, I've been through it. I have been through it. So, but anyway, this feels good being back up here talking again. I'm really enjoying this. So you'll hear more from me. All right, it's my time. All right, I love you guys. I'll talk to y'all soon.